Hey, welcome back to another video. Well, we're here at Point Cartwright Beach for a sunrise shoot. Light is just teasing on the horizon, so I've got to be quick and get set up about 4:30 in the morning. As you can, I'll show you down here. I'm just right at the base of the ramp, and you can see I've got Winston and the R6 sitting here just in front of this little rock formation, 15 to 35 on. So it's a really good chance, good way to use this lens, that wide angle, to stretch out and make these rocks really sort of take hold. So it's looks pretty good so far in the little back of the camera, just as a first setup. I do have another one over there which has a little bit of water flowing on it. I'm not sure how that'll go, but we've got a couple of little options here and a bit of cloud in the sky, so it should be a good little morning. So I'm going to get set up here. I've taken the center column out because I need to get low here to use the advantage of that 15 to 35. And as you can see there, and I'm right down here, and it really makes that look like a massive mountain, which takes up a lot of the frame. So the features the rock, and then I'll have a beautiful, hopefully a nice, really nice sky in the background. So let's get this started and see if I'll fine-tune this comp, get ready for the light, and then we'll come back and have a bit of a chat. Right, let's hit that intro. I'm doing a bit of light painting. Got my nan light, my little stick, which is set at 1%. Because I've got that little bit of colour coming through. The image looks really good. I've just got to get the right timing to get some water coming up, washing up at the base of it. The base of that, I'm not sure if you can, oh yeah, you can see that there, so that's pretty cool. So just waiting for a little bit of water to come round the rocks, and then what I'm doing, I'm just doing a basically arc straight over. I've got I think currently we're at 6 seconds, 800 ISO, and we're gonna be moving faster and faster as we go. So it's one of those things where it's sort of tricky. You've got to sort of really work it out fairly fast and have a bit of a plan in case, but or in mind, I should say. And then just sort of once you get going, and I'm sure anyone that's done a sunrise, just focus on your job, on your task. You really got to sit there, watch the light, watch the waves, watch your settings, check your photos after, see if it's exposing okay in the foreground. And with your light painting, that's even tricky. It's going to be a lot of trial and error, no matter what you do, to sort of get the right sort of a thing. So you get a photo like, get a little bit of water coming up, and it's basically just and that's all I need. And that seems to be, let's check the photo. Oh, where am I? And even that was a little bit too long with the light stick, so it's a really quick, even at 1%, that's enough light. That's enough light to sort of be too much to overpower that front scene. Here comes a good one. And hopefully that one worked. Let's have a look. Oh, that looks good. So that's all I'm doing, and as you can see, we've got some beautiful light on that little cloud band in the background. Moon's still up. It's half a moon. Unfortunately, that's blocked by clouds, because normally that moon that's another good thing to remember, that's your big softbox. So if you can get that so it's behind you, that's going to light up those rocks when you're doing your night exposures, and it's going to make a big difference. So remember, the moon is your friend on these early morning shoots. They can really help you with getting those details out of the rocks. Changing light, working fast. I went for a hunch, and I shoved the aperture up to f8, so it's super sharp for the rocks. Super sharp in here for the rocks. 1/8 of a second for the water. ISO had to go up to 2000 but with that F8, you can see the rocks all the rocks are just really popping. It's got a real nice pop to it. So it looks really good. So I'm trying a few of them. It's got a bit of better feel about it, I guess, in the image. At least on the back of the camera, it looks good. It may be horrible to work with in Lightroom. Oh. And I've had to up my light as well. So before we were working with 1% with a longer exposure, that's 6 seconds. Now I'm at 30%. So a little bit different in that regards. Very nice. But I think going to F8 early wasn't a bad thing. And then we got a beautiful gold band in the horizon. So it should be a good little sunrise. Get a little bit more colour coming through and that'll be really nice. Maybe some of that gold reflecting on the water, so fingers crossed. The good shots seem to be when that water comes up and you just get that little bit of white foam as like a leading edge of the water. When that comes in and is in front of the rocks, it's a really, really good image. Rocks are sharp, so we're happy with that, focus-wise. That's working well with the light at the moment. What do we hit now? It's 20 past 5. So I just need a bit more changing light. It's a beautiful little sort of blue hour, I guess, at the moment. Just need that bit of burst of colour to come across the rocks and the water and really change the scene. Yeah, so when you get these little foam leading edges of the water, it looks really good. And there's a couple there look stand right out. It's going to be a one composition video, definitely 100% light. And I think sometimes I've had to walk around as well in between waiting. Once I was happy I got at least one good shot here. I went over here to these rocks. So this originally the other day when the water was a bit higher, the water was flowing off them at high tide and flown off and created like a little waterfall type scenario. And I've also gone round to the left and all these rocks in here, just looking if there's anything in there that could sort of be some sort of leading line as well out to the ocean. But this is probably the standout one at the moment. So I'm pretty happy with the choice I made. So going left to right, coming into the image, nice clean sand here. And then the point going off into the sky. Unfortunately, there's no clouds behind it. Just need a little bit of water to be nice. Just getting the right angle to separate this little point on the rock out of the green in the background. But it looks pretty good. Probably can't see it in there. That's sort of the image. I don't mind that. So I'm going to just have a play around now with some handheld stuff. If I can get the background in, it'll be nice. But that beautiful light coming this way off the mossy rocks, it's pretty hard to beat. Okay, done it and dusted for another week. I think I did pretty well. It was beautiful. It's a gorgeous morning. Finished up with just like getting some sun rays coming through those clouds when I was sitting there. Circular polarizer on the K&F one from the magnetic range. Link below, go check them out. First choice in products, photo and video products, and proud supporters of the channel. So this is a sponsored video. Go check them out. Very impressed with how it works. It does work out pretty good. you'll probably see, oh, if I use the right hand, what it does to that sun up in the corner, off, on. So it does give it a nice little glow with that sun up there, so that's always good. Look, I went around the other side, I played with this rock, I played a little bit over on the rocks there, and then I even come around and got some water flow shots over on this original rock. I'm not sure how I went, but I know I had a great morning, and that's what it's all about. A worst case scenario, even if I don't get a shot, I've got a great morning at it, and it's pretty darn good. Rightio. Hopefully some of those photos come up. I know the first one, I think I got one in that first batch I was pretty happy with on this rock, and look, it was what I was after, and that's all we can hope for, isn't it, when you come out to do a shoot, is to get that shot you envisaged in your head. And if that works out, and then anything else is just cream on top, I guess. Very nice. Right, I'll see you next week. Have a safe week, and yeah, go check out those links and support the channel. And if you haven't already, subscribe and like. Hit that like, I think that's what we're missing. We need a bit more like action on there. That'll help us out with the channel a bit. Rightio, I'll see you next week. Stay safe. Peace.